Hey everybody, welcome back to Brainiac Baseball's 1982 Detroit Tigers season replay. Today's matchup is between the Chicago White Sox and the Detroit Tigers at Tiger Stadium. On the mound for the White Sox today is Richard Dotson, whose record is 7-6 with a 4.13 ERA. And pitching for the Tigers today is Jack Morris, whose record is 8-5 with a 3.22 ERA. Okay, we won another one-run game yesterday, 5-4 against the Sox. Andre Dawson hit the go-ahead home run in the 8th inning. It's good to see him come around. He had 2 hits in yesterday's game, and he's almost got his average up to the Mendoza line. So we feel good about that. Maybe he's turned the corner. We need him for the stretch run, that's for sure. So we've had 4 wins in a row. We're 9 games over 500 for the month of June. And we're actually 17 games over 500 for the season. So we're looking pretty good going into today's game. Here's the standings. Take a quick look at that if you like. Also, I just want to point out that we finished the Final 4 robot races yesterday. So we're not going to have a robot race today. The final robot race of the season. Up for grabs, we have the Raleigh Fingers autograph photo with certificate of authenticity. That final race will take place tomorrow. It's Jeremiah M. versus Douglas B. for the championship to win it. So congrats to those guys. We're going to go ahead and get started with today's game. As always, I appreciate everyone following along. Like and or subscribe. And we have Jack Morris on the mound. We have a pair of aces going today. Morris, our ace, is 8-5 with that 103 innings pitched for the Tigers. And the current White Sox lineup is only batting .221 against him. So I like those odds. Here is the bullpen. Everybody is available today. The lineup versus Richard Dotson. We have every major Tiger player in there. No one's resting today. Everyone is healthy. And you see the lineup right there. So let's go ahead and do the White Sox lineup rundown. Batting leadoff and playing center field is Oddibe McDowell. Batting second at first base is Mike Squires. Batting third at third base is Buddy Bell. Batting cleanup in right field is Rusty Kuntz. Batting fifth and catching today is Biff Pocoroba. Batting sixth at shortstop is Fran Mullins. Batting seventh in left field is Ron Pruitt. Batting eighth and DHing is Henry Cruz. And batting ninth, playing second base is Neil Fiala. Here's Jack Morris. We'll take a little bit closer look at him. 16th start of the season, 8-5, 3.22 ERA. Opponents are batting .214 against him, 63 Ks in 103.1 innings pitched. He's got a complete game. That was the shutout on opening day against the Yankees. Seems like forever ago, as we're coming up on the halfway point of the season. That will occur next week. He's lost, 4 out of his last 5 decisions, with 1 no decision in there. So it's been kind of a rough go lately. We've watched his ERA go from 2.66 to 3.22. He is, I won't say he's been struggling. He's had a couple bad starts in there, one in which he won, but he hasn't really looked like the Jack Morris from the first half of the season. So we'll see what Jack's got today for the Chicago White Sox. There's the Tigers defensive alignment. Again, I have a different looking defensive card for the Tigers here. Take a look to see if you like the way that looks. So I think it's a little bit better organized. And here is Oddibe McDowell leading off for the Chicago White Sox. And Morris strikes him out on the inside pitch. 1 down. Next up is Mike Squires. And Morris jams Squires as well, popping it up just onto the outfield grass. Play is made by Brock. 2 down now for Buddy Bell. And Bell shoots it into right center field. That'll get down. And Bell has himself a double. That is Buddy's 14th double of the season. So 2 quick outs and then a double has Rusty Kuntz an opportunity here to get the first run on the board. And Morris strikes him out looking. Nicely done by Morris. We go to the bottom of the first. Here is the Tigers' official lineup rundown. Batting leadoff today, playing shortstop, is Alan Trammell. Batting second at third base is Mickey Hatcher. Batting third at first base is Greg Brock. Batting cleanup and catching is Lance Parrish. Batting fifth and DHing is Kirk Gibson. Batting sixth in left field is Rickey Henderson. Batting seventh at second base is Sweet Lou Whitaker. Batting eighth in center field is Andre Dawson. And batting ninth in right field is Kevin Bass. Richard Dotson. Take a look at Richard Dotson here, making his 17th start of the season. 7-6 with a 4.13 ERA. Opponents are batting .269 against him. He's got 66 Ks in 113 innings pitched and 3 complete games on the season. His fastball tops out just under 90 miles an hour. It's rated 89 overall, and his curve a little bit above average at 81. Slider rated a 74. His overall rating is a 90, so a pretty solid pitcher. He's only 23 years old. Let's look at his splits real quick. Yeah, lefties hit a little bit better, a little bit more power. We'll see if our lefties today can put a couple home runs on the board. The White Sox, although their hitters are pretty mundane, they have a pretty good pitching staff. Is probably why they're at 500 right now. Here's Alan Trammell leading off the game against Dotson. Trammell hits a ground ball to third, and Bell tosses him out. So yeah, the White Sox have 2 starting pitchers injured, and then they still have Ross Baumgarten as Hatcher gets a base hit into right field, and Rich Folkers, right? That's his name. So they have both of those starting pitchers in AAA. Folkers was an all-star in 1980, our first Sim season. And there we go, Brock Ness Monster. And I know it didn't look like it made it over the wall, but it did. A 2-run shot. That is Brock's 11th home run, team-leading 11th home run, tied with Sweet Lou. Parrish up next, flips it to right. That'll be caught for the second out. And Gibby up next, batting .270 with 10 home runs. Hits a little tapper back to the mound, and Dotson tosses him out. So Tigers take an early 2-0 lead on Brock's 11th home run. We go to the top of the second. Here is Biff Pocoroba leading off the inning, flying out to Dawson in center field. Next up is Fran Mullins. Mullins, ground ball to third. 2 down. And Ron Pruitt getting in there for Ron Kittle today. We'd rather face Pruitt than Kittle any day. Well, maybe Morris wouldn't, as he walks Pruitt. Runner on first. Henry Cruz up. Cruz batting .341. He's got the 4th best batting average in the American League. And then Neil Fiala, who's up next, has the 5th. As Cruz grounds out to first, that'll do it. So, a couple of solid hitters at the bottom of the lineup for the White Sox. Go to the bottom of the second inning, 2-0 Detroit. We have Rickey Henderson leading off against Dotson. Henderson strikes out. He's actually batting pretty well. He's got a 7-game hitting streak and batting .299 in the last 20 games. So Henderson doing pretty decent. As Whitaker Jackson into center field. 396 feet. Caught by McDowell. So 2 down for Dawson, and Dawson walks. There we go. Dawson's season may be turning around. Runner on first. Here is Kevin Bass. And Bass hits it right back to Dawson, and that'll do it. So we go to the top of the 3rd inning. Here's Neil Fiala batting .367 versus right-handers. And there's another hit for Fiala. This guy should be leading off, or at least be higher in the lineup. Same with Cruz. Pardon me. So runner on first. Here's Oddibe McDowell. Oddibe batting .235 overall. And he's in the top 10 in stolen bases. Morris walks McDowell. A little bit of a rally going here. Nobody out for Mike Squires. We're going to pull the outfield in. Squires has no power whatsoever. And kind of a low and inside pitch gets Squires to pop up to second. 2 down. Now here's Buddy Bell. Buddy Bell doubled in his first at bat. Oh, he strikes him out. 3 Ks for Morris. I was thinking more of a double play, but we'll take it. Now we have Rusty Kuntz up. I love this, the 1982 baseball card here. Again, this illustrates just how terrible those cards were. It's dark. It's a batting cage, picture. It's not in action in any way. Or a portrait as he strikes out. Hey, Morris, 4K, struck out Kuntz both times. And we go to the bottom of the 3rd. Here is Alan Trammell. Trammell 3 for 7 against Dotson with a homer. Trammell hits a ground ball to Bell at 3rd, 1 down. Next up is Mickey Hatcher. Hatcher strikes out. He has one of the 2 Tiger hits. The other one is Greg Brock. Brock 1 for 1 with that 2-run shot earlier. And he hits a slow roller to Mullins at short, and that'll do it. So we go to the top of the 4th. Game is moving along. Morris at 49 pitches. Pocoroba leading off the top of the 4th. Fouling out on the first base side. Brock makes the play. 1 down. Mullins, line drive to right. Bass catches it for the 2nd out. And here's Ron Pruitt, and Pruitt strikes out swinging. 5 Ks for Morris. He is in high gear right now. We go to the bottom of the 4th. Lance Parrish is up. Parrish is struggling mightily. I'll just show you his log real quick. Yeah, he's hasn't had a hit in his last 8 at-bats, and 259 in his last 20. No home runs. The guy has no power right now. But we have him in the number 4 hole, the cleanup role, just in case he ever runs into one. Not there, though, as he grounds out to short. 1 down. Next is Gibby. You got Gibby behind him, protecting him. You'd think he'd see some better pitches. 2 down, and Rickey grounds out to short. So a 1-2-3 inning for Dotson. These are a couple heavyweight pitchers there. Going to the top of the 5th. Got 4 lefties up now in a row, starting with Henry Cruz. Cruz strikes out right down the pipe. 6 Ks for Morris. This is one of his better strikeout games for the season. And then Fiala, you can't get this guy out. Base hit in the center field. Dawson up with it quickly, keeping Fiala at first. It looked like it could have been a double opportunity anyway. Oh, Oddibe base hit to right. Fiala will go to 3rd. We're going to play back. This is going to be a tough double play possibility with McDowell running. He may try to steal 2nd. And we are going to pull the outfield in case because he doesn't have any power. Maybe keep Fiala from scoring on a sack. Ground ball to short. Let's turn 2. And the Tigers get out of it. Nicely done. Okay. Looking good. We go to the bottom of the 5th. Sweet Lou leading off. Ground ball back to the pitcher. Only 2 hits against Dotson to go with that 1 walk. So Dotson pitching strong. 3 Ks as he strikes out Dawson. And Kevin Bass grounding out to first. Another 1-2-3 inning. We're going to the 6th. Morris at 80 pitches. Buddy Bell leading off with a ground ball to Hatcher. Hatcher tosses him out, 1 down. Rusty Kuntz up next, 2 for 13 with 5 Ks against Jack. Flying out to the left. And Biff Pocoroba, switch hitter, batting left-handed against Morris, and he strikes him out. 7 Ks for Jack. I think his season high is 11, if I recall correctly. We can double check that. We go to the bottom of the 6th. Let's take a look at the in-game stats. I mean, Brock has given us the 2-run shot. So he is in contention for Tigers player of the game. And if Morris keeps this up, he might supersede him. We'll see. Here is Alan Trammell leading off. We need a hit. We need to get somebody on base. Trammell grounds out, 1 down. Mickey, one of the 2 Tigers hits. They're going to fall in for a hit. Oh, it will be caught. Flew out to left. I don't know if the shortstop went back and got it. 2 down. And then Brock crushes it to center field. And another out. So the Tigers have not had a hit since the 1st inning, right? Because we had the Hatcher single and then the Brock home run. Those were the 2 runs. And then other than the Dawson walk in the 2nd, he set everybody down in order. We're going to the 7th inning. Fran Mullins leading off. This is a different lineup as Mullins drops in a base hit. I was going to say without Kittle in the lineup, a little bit of extra power. I think Morris is just kind of going after everybody. Mullins gets a base hit, and then a double play as Pruitt grounds into a 6-4-3 double play. 2 down. And here's Henry Cruz, and Cruz strikes out. 8 Ks for Morris. We're going to the bottom of the 7th inning. Big wheel, Lance Parrish. Been a little wheel. So he lines out to first. Pardon. 1 down. And then Gibby fly out to right. And Rickey. That was ball 4, Rickey. Rickey was swinging. And ground ball to short. We'll wrap up the 7th. We are going to the 8th inning. Tigers are winning 2-0. Morris has a shutout going at 97 pitches. He can go about 120. So we're not in any real danger. Now we're going to pull the outfield in on Fiala. We got to do something extra to get this guy out. There we go. A grounder to Trammell. Trammell up with it. Tosses him out. 1 down. Let's take a quick look at Morris. Strikeouts. Oh, no. Oh, wait. Maybe he did, and it was... No, because this is all the starts he's had this year. So he did not have an 11 strikeout game. He had an 8 walk game. Holy crap. Okay, maybe I'm thinking of last year. Or maybe I'm thinking of somebody else altogether different. Nonetheless, 1 down. Here is Oddibe McDowell. McDowell hopping it up to short. Wow, carrying into the outfield grass. Plays made by Trammell. Could have easily been Rickey. 2 down for Mike Squires, and Squires gets a base hit to right. 6 hits now for the White Sox. And Buddy Bell, with 1 swing of the bat, can tie it up. 1 for 4 in his career against Jack. And that was a slider right over the plate. And he flies out to center field. Tigers and Jack Morris, especially 3 outs away from a shutout. Okay, we go to the bottom of the 8th. Tigers have not had a hit since the 1st inning. That's crazy. Whitaker flies out, 1 down. Dawson, infield single from Dawson. There we go. 1 for 2 with a walk today now. And we are definitely hitting and running. Let's try to get another run on the board here. Yeah, ground ball to short. Bass goes to 0-3 on the day. And it's going to be up to Tram to drive in the run. Dawson on second, and Trammell hits a weak ground ball to first. Okay, here we are. It's going to be Kuntz, Pocoroba, and Mullins due up. Kuntz is 0 for 3 with 2 Ks today. Morris had 110 pitches. And there goes the shutout, folks. As a 78-mile-an-hour changeup right on the love zone for Kuntz. And it's 2-1. Now, do we bring in the closer? I mean, the shutout's over with. Pocoroba batting .266 versus right-handers. Okay, so he hits about the same from either side. All right, we're going to give him a shot. Pocoroba goes to the left. Henderson makes the play. 1 down. Mullins under 200 on the season, but he does have a hit today. Morris strikes him out. 9 Ks for Jack. And we're down to Ron Pruitt. This could be it. Oh, he walks him. All right. So that'll do it for Jack. He's listed as tired. And we're going to bring in Dave Rucker to close it out. Rucker going for his 12th save. I know I'm going to jinx it possibly here by saying he has not blown a save all season. He's got to get Henry Cruz batting .194. We're going to guard the lines. We don't want Pruitt scoring from first on an extra base hit. And Cruz is jammed, popping it up to Brock. Brock Ness Monster. And the play is made. Tigers win 2-1. I think we got to give it to Brock. I mean, Morris couldn't get the shutout, and Brock's big hit in the first was really all the Tigers needed. Okay, so Tigers win 2-1. There's no trade offers. Let's take a look at the standings. That's 5 in a row for Detroit. 46-28 on the season. 5.5 up on Baltimore. 6.5 up on the Yankees. We're on a nice little run here in June. Let's take a look at the transactions. And, folks, we've got a trade. A big one. When you consider the ramifications. Baltimore already struggling with payroll. They trade for Butch Whitaker, who was an all-star catcher both seasons in Los Angeles. This year he signed a deal with the Mariners, batting .249 with 9 home runs. And he is now traded with his big contract to Baltimore. In return, Seattle gets a third baseman by the name of Tom Dodd. He's in Double-A now for Seattle. And Shane Mack, pretty solid player in his time, almost a 5-tool player, I would say. And he's in Single-A. So Mariners, let's take a look at the standings here. Mariners, what are they doing? They're 10 games back. I mean, maybe it's over in that division. But Seattle has got as good a chance as anyone. So now their catcher is going to be Tom Pagnozzi, who's only 18 years old. Pag's a pretty good catcher in his time. They're certainly not going to give it to Bob Stinson at 62 rating. And they have Dan Farova. I don't know. That's weird. Look at that. Rod Craig batting in 263. Right fielder now taken up by Joe Simpson. Okay. Anyway. So back to the transactions real quick. I also noticed Boston pitcher Danny Parks is going to miss maybe one start. Maybe. Okay, let's pull up the box score and get out of here. Thanks for watching, everybody. Like and or subscribe. Take a look at some of my other playlists if you are into any of my sports card breaks. A lot of fun stuff there. The quick hits ones are, they try to be under 5 minutes. Take a look at some of those if you need some quick entertainment. Jack Morris gets the win Goes to 9-5, breaks that streak. 9 strikeouts, giving up just the 1 run, the home run by Rusty Kuntz there in the ninth inning. Rucker comes in, throws 5 pitches, gets the save, his 12th on the season. Brock is the player of the game, though, with his 11th home run, only 3 Tigers hits. Pretty crazy, but only 3 strikeouts as well. So good job by the Tigers, at least putting the ball in play. Dotson only threw 103 pitches. Pretty crazy. Okay, we're going to come back tomorrow. Tomorrow, a big day for Brainiac Baseball. We're going to be giving away those prizes. The grand prize being the Raleigh Fingers autograph photo with certificate of authenticity. So we're going to come back tomorrow. Until then, everyone, have a great day.